Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. It's Jason Schultz here. Let's go pulling Monday, August 5th. I'm going to show the winner video from Rockwell, Iowa, session 5 from the Full Pull Facebook page. Let's get this ready here. These are your Saturday night winners from session 5.
Good run. Nice pass.
Wow. We're inside and you can literally feel the air from outside.
Here comes Terry Blackburn, considered armed and dangerous. You got a new leader on the way? Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
He's laying one out there. The bad dog. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, my.
Oh, baby, the truck is on. Ooh, it's going to be tight. The Madison, here we go. Wow. If the crowd doesn't go.
So that was the winner video from Rockwell, Iowa. Again, welcome to Let's Go Pulling. So at 8:10 Central, I'm going to have Dylan Springer from Lexington, Alabama. Then at 8:30, I'm going to talk to Bob and Shane from the Berrien Springs, Michigan pull. They got 2 days of pulling coming up. Then at 8:50, I'm going to talk to Dave Schultz from Bowling Green. And then at 9:10 p.m. Central, I'm going to talk with Megan, Doug, and Dave from Wizner, Nebraska, Thunder by the River. I want to share with you the winner video from Britt, Iowa, from the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. I got to get that queued up, and then we'll get the show opened up. Let me know what polls you went to this last weekend, what polls you're coming up to this next weekend. If you have any questions, we got about 5-6 minutes. Kind of want to do an opening here. I'm running solo tonight. Kenzie's driving home from Mountain City, Kansas. Mike took the night off. We got another busy week coming up with Outlaw TV and Full Pull Live. And here's the winner video from Britt, Iowa fan. I think Britt, Iowa was last Thursday, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Britt, Iowa Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association winner video. Again, throw your questions in the comments, please, and we'll get through everything we can.
Get your $25 bonus at full pull picks by using promo code BEERMO. Deposit a minimum of $5 and make your picks at fullpull.us today. Full Pull Live brings the non-stop adrenaline action right to the comfort of your living room. Subscribe today and save 20% on trackside commentary, on-air interviews, and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage. Use code BeerMoneyPulling and start watching today.
Experience the thrill of pulling on Outlaw Pulling. Don't miss a second of summer's intense pulling. For your monthly membership at outlawpulling.tv and enjoy full access to all the action. Join today at outlawpulling.tv.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Let's Go Pulling. Jason Schultz here. Mike Idle has the night off, and Kenzie's driving home from Mound City, Kansas. Both of them were working for Outlaw Pulling TV last night in Mound City, Kansas. So I'm running solo tonight. Got a great show lined up for you. In about 3 or 4 minutes, Dylan Springer is going to join me from Lexington, Alabama. They have a big PPL hook down there this weekend. Then at 8:30, Bob and Shane are going to come on from Berrien Springs, Michigan, the Berrien County Fair. Then at 8:50 p.m. Central, Dave Schultz is going to join us from Bowling Green. And then at 9:10 p.m., Wizner, Nebraska, Thunder by the River. Megan, Doug, and Dave, all part of the planning committee out there. Let me know where you're watching from tonight. Let me know where you went this past weekend. You're all money grubbers, somebody says. Well, Jeffrey, it sounds like you need a hug. Jeff. Bowling Green, super fans checking in. Bryson's checking in on YouTube. Please look up Monty Craig Miles' new semi. It's insanely good. Okay, I'll check that out, Bryson. I was in Rockwell, Iowa all weekend for the North Iowa Nationals. We help run their social media. And then obviously I work with Full Pull Live. And we had 5 awesome live streams for all the fans out there. Biggest crowds I'd ever seen in Rockwell Friday night and Saturday night. They had a nice crowd Thursday. The day crowds are always tougher, but they were better than what I've seen in the past as well. So, just really looking forward to another busy. We get a couple real crazy weeks. It's like fair season where there's something going on every day. I want to know, did you head over to Full Pull Picks? Let's check it out. Let's see who some of our winners were this past weekend. These are the games that are up right now for this week. These are cash games. Cash picks. Jeremy Sapp checking in from St. Elmo, Illinois. Thanks for checking in, Jeremy. Last Monday night at this time, I think I was in Mendon, Illinois. So it's been fun. But these are the cash pick games that are up right now. 3-0 diesel trucks from Coldwater, Michigan on Wednesday night. Modifieds from Hillsboro. We're going to have stuff up for Weeping Water, Nebraska, DeLeon, Texas for the Outlaws. And then, of course, everything will be up for Napoleon, Ohio as well. That's where FullPull.live will be this weekend. And just really looking forward to a busy week. So let's see here. Bryson's watching from Grant, Kentucky. So I'm going to go to the leaderboard and see how people did. Limited Pro Stocks in Mound City, Kansas last night with the Outlaws. We had a $38 winner. They picked the Mean Farmer and Colorblind. And in this pick, you picked 2 people to finish in the top 3. Chad Elliott's checking in from Milan, Indiana. Thanks for checking in. Pro Stock, Mound City, Kansas last night. $185 winner. Or no, Pro Stock Gas Trucks, excuse me. We had a $185 winner last night. No Limits. Won $185. On that, they picked Keith Hammonds and Marty Selman. And that was one of those head-to-heads where they give you 3 or 4 pullers and you pick who's going to win out of that group. Yes, Colin Ross had another monster pass. I will show that to you again. I had that queued up here. This is from the Full Pull Facebook page. This is their winner video from Saturday night. Colin actually looked to the right to see if he had gone far enough. And then Esden Lemke, actually, and Robbie Lemke had an awesome pass as well. I think Robbie Lemke is going to be at the No Practice podcast this coming Wednesday night as well. Here's Colin Ross's pass on his Diesel Super. This thing is a machine. Right there, the distance is blocking it, but you can see him looking to the right to make sure he's gone far enough because Rooster had already pulled, Bone Twister had already pulled the heavy hitters in the class, and he knew he had to go far enough, but he had more left in it. So this thing is a machine. How Hello, Niobrara, Nebraska. Robert Miner checking in. Cole Lundell, evening from Wakefield, Nebraska. Watching good chunks of Outlaws on Outlaw Polling TV this weekend. Cole's going to be running a camera for us this Friday night in West Point, Nebraska. Kevin Davis, the main man in Wayne, Nebraska, checking in tonight as well on the Facebook. So again, I'm going to have Dylan Springer here in a few minutes, waiting for him to log on. We're going to talk a lot about Lexington, Alabama, and then we're going to also talk to here. Get my full leaderboard back up. Excuse me, fans. Let's see here. Share my screen. Let's see what else. So these are the upcoming cash pick games this coming week. Dale Bartles, Washington Close. I listened to Dale Bartles announce. Excuse me, Dale. It's been a long day for me as well. Talk on Outlaw Polling TV. Done the Heartland Division last night. Check it in there. Dale's. Is anyone going to Napoleon this weekend? Ohio for the poll. I think a lot of people did good. My Tractor won Friday night in Gibbon, Nebraska, and they got 7th place Saturday night in Rockwell, Iowa. So, and it's still running. Yeah, Bryson, I don't have a picture of it, and I don't have time to go looking for it tonight. So here's your Napoleon picks as well. Mini rods, Pro Stocks, and Diesel Supers. And then here's Hillsboro. That's coming up this weekend as well, Friday and Saturday. So a lot of good stuff out there. Let's go back to the leaderboard and see how some other people did. Pro Stock Tractors last night. We had one winner, looks like. No, we had 2 winners. Cowboy Puller won $78 on Cody Yarrick and Kyle Karstens. So that's good stuff there. Thanks, Matt. I'm coming down to Pull Town from Atlantic Canada. Can anyone recommend places for me to stop, preferably motorsports related? The Parade Alley Party Man can take care of that. Dave Schultz will be on the show in about 40 minutes or so. Again, I'm waiting for Dylan Springer to come on to talk about Lexington, Alabama. What else we got for leaderboard? Let's see how some people did in Rockwell. Again, I'm at fullpollpicks.com, everybody. Unlimited Diesel Supers and Rockwell. Cowboy Puller won $42. No, AD Steinbeck. AD Steinbeck won $42. Quite a few winners. Triple Bypass Super Rooster. Probably heavy favorites, so there wasn't a ton of skin in that game, if you know what I'm saying. Unlimiteds. Joe Ader swept Rockwell, picked up his 102nd national win. But he won by a foot each night. It was that tight. Man, Cowboy Puller. We got to get Cowboy Puller on the show. This guy or gal knows how to win. $63 on the Unlimiteds. Cowboy Puller. I see Cowboy Puller a lot on here. So, Super Semis. Bad Dog won his first Grand National Pull. It's Chris Jeffress won his first national pull. So he picked Bad Dog and General Stupidity to finish in the top 3. That was a $20 wager. He won $52 off of that. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll ask Dave when he's on again. He's going to come on around 8:50, about 10 to 9. Again, I'm on Central Daylight Time. Thinking of everybody in the Southeast, I have a loan officer who works with me on my team, lives in Savannah, Georgia. They're supposed to get 15 to 20 inches of rain here in the next couple days. I almost said snow. And then I did learn, and now everybody knows I have a Tesla, but I also have a diesel super stock. So I'm not trying to save the world. I just want to drive careful. But in the state of Iowa, it is illegal to use your handheld device when you're driving your car, even if you have a Tesla. I have a $106 ticket from my great friends at the Iowa State Patrol. Sunday morning, I dropped off some of our announcers from FullPull.live, and we went out for breakfast Sunday morning. I took them to the Mason City International Airport, which gets one flight today, and that one flight was delayed 7 hours because of mechanical issues. So our guys got home at 4 a.m. today instead of 7 o'clock last night. So travel is crazy. Sometimes it's just better to drive, isn't it? Let's look at pros. Let's do Super Farms Gibbon, Nebraska. We had a $101 winner. This is with the Outlaws. Pete Farms made a cash pick of $15, won $101. And he picked Brady Andrews and Bruley Brook, and Chad Weisenkamp was someday. So I'm not sure where my good friend Dylan Springer is, but I'm going to start talking about I'm going to start talking about Lexington, Alabama. So I'm going to play their video, and then we're going to dive into that. Here we go. Lexington, Alabama this weekend.
Experience the thrill of the Lexington Truck and Tractor Pull. August 9th and 10th at 6:30 p.m. Proceeds benefit the Lexington Volunteer Fire Department. Mark your calendars and join the excitement at Lexington Motorsports Park. August 9th and 10th at 6:30 p.m. for the Lexington Truck and Tractor Pull. You don't want to miss it.
So that's Lexington, Alabama coming up this week. I have their poster up here. Not a ton of pulling in Alabama, right? So I want to know how many of you fans are watching from the South and can maybe been to Lexington before. But here is the posters on this here. So August 9th, which is this Friday, August 10th is Saturday, 7 p.m. and 6 p.m. Lexington Motorsports Park, Truck and Tractor Pull. Pro Pulling League classes, we got 6 awesome classes, limited pro stock tractors, so that's the 4.1 limited pros, super modified 4-wheel drive tractors, or trucks, excuse me, super modified 2-wheel drive trucks, pro stock 4-wheel drive trucks, light limited super stock tractors, and then super farm tractors. Again, that's part of the Mid-South Pullers Association. Their Facebook page, I'll do a quick share on that. Lexington Motorsports Park. Let me know if you've been there before. Let me know if you're going. Tell me some good stuff about Lexington Motorsports Park. Again, I might be talking to Bob and Shane here at 8:30 from Berrien Springs, Michigan, about the Berrien County Fair. 8:50, we'll go to Bowling Green with Dave Schultz and Wizner at 9:10. So 10 to 15 inches of rain. Yeah, this hurricane deal or tropical storm, whatever's kicked up a bunch of stuff. So let's see here. I'll see what they got up on their Facebook page. Again, talking about Lexington, Alabama this Friday night and Saturday night with Mid-South Pullers, part of the Pro Pulling League. Here we go. Here is their Facebook page, Lexington Motorsports Park. I'm going to throw this in the chat for everybody if you want to go check out their Facebook page. It's fun when there's pulling in states that typically we don't have a lot of pulling in. We have a lot of pulling in the Midwest. You know, like this November, we're going to be out in California again. In January and February, we'll be down in Florida. We'll be at Diesel's Dark Corners in November. There's a lot of states you don't think of as huge pulling states, if you will. So let's scroll through the. This looks like a nice venue. Nice overhead shot here. Yeah, lots of pullers there parked out there. Seating on both sides, it looks like. This is our main grandstand sign. Looks like a little hillside seating there, maybe, with the bleachers behind it. Lexington Motorsports Park this Friday and Saturday night. Flip through some of their photos. This is going to be from some past events I'm sure they've had. Again, supposed to have Dylan Springer on tonight. I don't know if he's got maybe confused by the time zone change, but we'll find out here in a little bit. See what they got going on. Looks like they got Smokey and the Bandit coming. That'd be cool. Can't disagree with that. There he is. There's
in Alabama Truck and Tractor Pull, August 9th.
Dylan, my man, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Talk to me. Talk to me about Lexington, Alabama. What do you got going on this weekend? You must have a big event. Are you out at the track right now?
Yes, sir. Putting final touches on it.
Nice. So how's everything looking for this weekend?
Man, we're looking great. We're looking great on weather. Facility's ready. All our upgrades are ready. Sound system's going. Lights are going. Food's on the way. Looks like we're set for a good weekend.
So you guys haven't been affected by that storm at all, the tropical storm or whatever it was that rolled through Florida?
No, sir. It looks like it's going to stay east of us, so we looked out on that one. It seems like every year we get at least one day of rain, but this year it looks like we're going to be blessed with dry weather all weekend.
That's a good deal. So I'm from Wisconsin. I pull a lot in the Midwest. Dylan, Alabama is not a state I think of for a lot of truck and tractor pulling. So when we have one, I get excited because we get a lot of messages a lot from people. Hey, when's there going to be a pull in Alabama or in the South? How many pulls do you guys have a year? And tell me more about Lexington Motorsports Park.
So we run the Mid-South Region circuit.
Okay.
You're looking about, I think it's about 14, 15 events a year is what we normally run.
Okay.
We're a hotbed here in Lexington for Pro Stock 4-wheel drive. I have one, and there's about 4 within a 10-mile radius of us. So Four-wheel drive truck pulling in Alabama go together hand in hand. This park has been here since 1994. It was a dream of a local fire department here. Land was donated from the Killen family, and we built it into it is a tractor pull only facility. We don't use it for anything else, so it's purpose built. Concession stand, stadium, everything is for truck and tractor pulling only.
As a tractor puller myself, Dylan, that makes me smile knowing there's not going to be a demo derby on your pulling track, and I got to ruin my $15,000 tires.
Right, there is nothing more that a cut tire hates worse than finding a bumper off a demolition derby car. I know I know what pulling tires cost, and they ain't cheap.
No, they are. No, they are. Again, join us, Dylan Springer. Talk about Lexington, Alabama this Friday and Saturday. We have their promo video playing right now. I was sharing their Facebook page a little bit. I'm going to put their poster up right now. So this is all Mid-South this week, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I had Wesley Foster in the booth with me for Full Pull Live, two-wheel drive truck puller. He pulls with Mid-South, doesn't he?
Yes, sir. Pretty familiar with him. He's I think actually still, unless it's changed this year, he's still the promoter director. So we deal directly with him with Mid-South.
I'm sure. Yeah, he had an awesome pass, finishing the top three. I think we had 34 two-wheel drive trucks and 31 each night. So that's a good running truck. And he talked. We were on an NTPA broadcast. So we didn't talk a lot about PPL, obviously, because we'd probably get in trouble. But
right, yeah.
But,
I'm afraid we're going to lose him and a couple more this year to run in Grand Nationals. They're not going to be with us, which is unfortunate, but I understand.
You don't think he's coming down to Alabama this weekend?
I don't think so. I think him and a couple other guys are running Grand Nationals. So it's better points and better money to run Grand Nationals. So I understand, but we'd like to have him here with us.
Yeah, but you're not going to be short vehicles at all. There's
Lord no. We've got about a 5 to 10 acre plot just for the pits, and we normally fill them up. I mean, we normally have a good amount of vehicles here.
So I'm looking at your class lineup, Dylan. Limited pro stock tractors. Those are your 4-1. There's a pretty good bunch of those down in the South. Guys that jumped up from the super farm class and guys that have bought some tractors and built for that class. Super modified 4-wheel drive trucks. I'm guessing probably besides your pro stock 4-wheel drive truck will probably be your biggest class, I'd guess.
Yeah, we're expecting between 14 and 15. We've had some breakage, mine being one of them. Mine sitting in the trailer, it won't be here. But for the most part, we're planning 14, 15 pro stocks. Like I said, we're a hotbed for that.
No, that's great. Super modified 4-wheel drive trucks, super modified 2-wheel drive trucks, pro stock 4-wheel drives, light limited super stocks, and then super farm tractor. So yeah, does that one track or two track, Dylan?
We're running one track. We've cut back. We were running 7 and 8 classes last year. We're running till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's just not feasible.
So it doesn't do any good. Nobody stays up that late anyway.
One track, 6 classes. That's what we're going to try this year and see what it does for us.
I think you'll like it. Two tracks are great, but if you can keep a one track show moving fast, Dylan, as soon as that sled moves, your scraper and your roller are following it down, keeping things moving. You can turn hooks fast. And Chapel Hill, Tennessee, I mean, it's a super national, one of the most regarded NTP events. I got to go that the last couple of years with Full Pull, Dylan, and I'm telling you, after seeing that, I'm not. One track shows are pretty damn good if you can keep them moving.
Right.
So.
We love two track shows, but being most of us are pullers ourselves, it's distracting. We want the crowd to be able to see everything. So we're going to stay one track as long as we can.
I like it. Let me know if you have any questions for Dylan. Again, talk about Lexington, Alabama, this August 9th and 10th. So tell me about your pulling history and how you got started in this crazy sport of wasting money and time, Dylan.
So I've been around it. My dad was fire chief here, and that's what this pull benefits is our local volunteer fire department. It has all its career. It's never benefited anything else. Been around it all my life. Was fortunate enough to run with a buddy here local, Pro Stock Wise, and spent 7 years running with him, building my truck on the side. Built it this year, got it out, made a couple good hooks. At Ardmore, about midway through the season, it come up about 9,400 and spun a bunch of rod bearings. So we hung it up for the season. But yeah, I can't speak enough about the sport. It's awesome.
It is. You meet a lot of good people, make a lot of great friends. In the sport of truck and tractor pulling.
I wouldn't trade them for the world.
I got a picture up here of your venue. I know you're out on your phone. Looks like a really nice venue. I mean, it looks good lighting. I see it looks like maybe you got a little grandstand, like a little hillside there on the left side of the picture as you look at it.
Yeah, the guys who originally built this place back in 1994 built it to be here. All block buildings, grandstands. I mean, this place was built right. And it's, like I said, we don't change it up. We don't do rodeos. We don't do car shows. This is a once a weekend a year, and it's immaculate compared to some venues. Not to trash other venues, but I like to think we have one of the best.
That's good. You got to have confidence in what you're doing. What Lexington? How big a town is Lexington?
Not very big at all. I mean, we're I would say 500-600 people, maybe inside the city limits. All volunteer fire department. We till recently had one grocery store and a full way stop. We just have the full way stop now. Small community.
So Dylan, do you have a campground? I have to ask that.
We have some. All our pits are wired 20 amp and wired for water, so we do allow some campers. Not really our market, but we do for travelers. If you travel to Lexington, Alabama, I'll find you somewhere to stay.
Sounds good. He's the king of the Bowling Green campgrounds. Watches our podcast every Monday night, so it makes it fun.
I would love to do a big campground, but small city. We're doing what we can.
Do you what's the biggest town that you're close to?
We're within 30 minutes of Florence would be our biggest city. Rodersville would be closest lodging. That would be our closest hotel. It's about 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
We're nestled right up against the Tennessee state line.
Okay. So northern Alabama then.
Yeah.
Cool. Do your fans, I mean, do you feel like you draw pretty much a rural audience, or do you draw from any of the bigger towns around you? Dylan?
We're starting. Huntsville has really exploded. Of course, we had a car plant put up. Huntsville's about an hour away, and we've started pulling in, people who have no idea what this event is. We had a local news crew think that we just hooked 2 tractors with a rope, and that's what we did. But we're trying to draw in from that crowd because a lot of people don't know this exists. So we're trying to pull in what we call city folk out here to the middle of a cotton field and show them what tractor pulling's all about. So we have a good mix.
No, that's awesome. And I think that's important because that is that new fan that we want to draw in. Sometimes, and I would think in the South, especially where you are, it's more ag based and things like that, where truck and tractor pulling could be a little more for people to wrap their heads around. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah. The more people we can sucker into the sport that we love, we're better off.
Bingo. Who are some of the major sponsors and people that help you out, Dylan?
Oh, we have a lot of smaller local sponsors. We looked up a couple major farms normally help us out. We're not able to do this year because of the economy. A lot of local insurance companies. I would screw them up if I tried to name them off hand, but a lot of my local insurance companies, tire vendors, stuff like that. We have a good mix of support from those guys.
Awesome. So are you on the local fire department then as well?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm assuming the chief's duties here pretty soon. I've been assistant chief for a couple months, and I'm fixing to step up to chief.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks for being a promoter, because I know how much work it is. It's a ton of work. I think every puller should promote one pull in their life before they die.
It would change a lot of the issues we have. I love my pullers, but they don't understand.
Nope. And then you get 100 people in the same spot that think they know everything. It's a lot of fun, if you know what I'm saying. So.
Oh man, opinions are never a shortage.
Yep. So I want to find a picture of your truck. What's your truck? Is it like your Facebook page? Where can I find something? A picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it's under my Facebook page. It was actually on MAV TV yesterday. I was excited to see it. That was my first pass ever. Was on MAV TV from.
Is it sponsored by Mike's Gun Shop?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, perfect. I found it right away. Yeah, that's cool when your truck's on a MAV TV.
Yeah. Oh, it was the first pull. They told me I was going to be on TV and my first pass. It was a little nerve-wracking. But it didn't do nothing stupid, so I was excited. Yep, there she is.
So give me the basic specs of that class.
So Pro Stock 4-wheel drive, 485 cubic inch limit, naturally aspirated. Must have a factory frame in there somewhere. Of course, mine's ladder barred and all. Can't run fiberglass body. You can run from the firewall forward. Of course, mine's lift body. That's really the gist of it. 6,200 pounds with you in it. So awesome class. Love the class.
So I'm familiar with that class in the Midwest on a DOT tire. So basically the same class, but you guys run a cut tire?
Yeah. It was predominantly DOT tires about 5-10 years ago, and we went to a cut tire. I personally like it. We don't seem to break as much stuff on the cut tires as what we did on DOT tires. When they hook, they hook. They don't hook and unhook. But I like the class on cut tires. I hope it don't ever go back.
I think I like the look of that on a cut tire. That's a good looking rig.
Oh, Yeah, as childish as it is, it makes the truck look like a pulling truck. DOT
No.
tires, I ain't knocking them, but they don't look like
No.
a pulling truck.
I'm with you 100% on that. My first tractor was a hot farm on 20.8s in Badger State, and I'd always say to Greg, the president, I'm like, why can't we put 24.5s on? Because he goes, then we're going to have 5 classes that all look the same. And I was like,
Right.
all right, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. So again, talking with Dylan Springer, Lexington, Alabama. We're going to let him go in a little bit. I just wanted to catch him on. Yeah, I guess anything else? Did we hit everything? Did we miss anything, Dylan, before I let you go tonight?
Sounds all good to me. I appreciate y'all's time. They had to call. I was in the middle of putting up a fence. We're trying to wrap up, and she called and said you're about to miss it. I was like, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Thanks, Dylan. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, Dylan Springer, everybody. He was from Lexington, Alabama. I got Shane Maston and Bob Mischke back doing. They're in the makeup room right now, getting pretty face on, so they can come on and talk about Berrien Springs, Michigan. They got the Berrien County Fair coming up. I think it's Sunday and Monday. I'll have to check the dates on that. I'll pull that up here in just a second. Again, that was Dylan Springer talking Lexington, Alabama. This is Let's Grow Pulling. We do this every Monday night. Normally I have Kenzie and Mike on here with me as well, but summer is catching up with all of us, and everybody's getting a little bit tired. So let me find. I know I have my poster ready. Where's it at? There it is. Yeah. So Berrien Springs, Michigan, this Sunday, August 11th. I think like Sunday, and I'll let the guys talk. Bob and Shane talk about this more, but I feel like Sunday is kind of truck day and Monday is kind of tractor pull day. But I'll get into that here in just a little bit. I'll bring Bob on. I'll bring Shane on. Bob, can you hear me okay? I can't hear you, Bob. What am I doing wrong? You're muted, Bob. Unmute yourself, buddy.
There we go. How about that?
Good. Shane, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Do you want to turn your camera on, Shane, or do you want to just stay audio?
I don't even know how to turn it on.
That's okay. Well, you're a really good super farm puller, so I'm not going to pick on you. So
yeah, I have the boss lady come in here and turn it on.
It's all good. Bob, talk to me a little bit. Coming up Sunday, Monday. It's pull time.
It's pulling season here in Berrien Springs, Michigan. We're at Berrien County Youth Fair, Berrien Springs, Michigan. We're in southwest corner of Michigan, 22 miles north of the Indiana line. Our fair runs starts Monday, but we have our street legal pickup pull on August 11th, Sunday night. And also with that, we have 6 classes. We have 3 gas, 3 diesels. We have a showroom stock gas, street stock gas, hot street modified gas, street stock diesel, hot street diesel, and open diesel classes. And then on that night also, we're going to be running the King of the Hill classes, the 10,000 pound, 12 mile an hour class, and the 12,000 pound, 15 mile an hour class. That'll be Sunday night starting at 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. We also have the farm stock on Monday morning starting at 9 a.m. We have the farm stock, garden tractors, antique tractor classes running through the morning and the afternoon. And then 7 p.m., we have the NTPA rolling in with the regional featuring 2-wheel drive trucks, super farm, hot farm, and limited light super stock tractors rolling in. We set on the fairgrounds here in Berrien Springs. We set on 150 acres. We have the fair going on during the week, the 12th through the 19th. Come on down, great time. We've got a lot of food, fun, great shows. Biggest thing we love to do is our truck and tractor pull. We started the street legal pickups 3 years ago, and it's been growing every year, and having a lot of fun. Sponsored the street legal pickup pull on Sunday night is sponsored by Dale Seaford, Pioneer Seed, and Twin Maple Farm Market out of Glean, Michigan. And then for the Monday night pull for the NTPA regionals and the farm stock, we're sponsored by Keystone Cooperative. We're very fortunate to have a lot of great sponsors and a lot of great volunteers to make it happen.
What time did you say you start Monday morning pulling? 9 a.m.?
9 a.m.
That's gonna be a long day.
That's when the fun begins. We will run through we'll run through starting out 6,000 pound class, going all the way up to the 22,000 pound class. At noon, we cut off. We run our antique tractors down the track, and we actually run side by side with the kids on the modified lawnmowers.
Awesome. So you legitimately have you have everything.
We have everything up here. It's a very busy day. A lot of hard work. A lot of great volunteers. I have an excellent committee. I am the chairman of the tractor pull committee at Berrien County Youth Fair. Shane Maston and Tim Jones are my vice chairs, and we have 25 other committee members and numbers of volunteers out at the fairgrounds. We make it a great fun day. We usually run, by the time the farm stock gets over, it's usually 3-4 in the afternoon. Then we turn the track over, get it stamped, slapped, and rolled out, and ready for the NTPA to come in and start show at 7 p.m.
That's awesome. I'm guessing that stock gas and stock diesel and all that, I'm guessing that's really, really popular on Sunday.
Yes, it's grown. We had the first year we had 23 trucks going in 4 different classes. We've had anywhere the showroom stock gas. We had a 78-year-old gentleman driving his Toyota Tundra, had the cap on it, put her in furlough, and just walked it down the track. The smile on his face, it made you feel good. You know, he just loved it. And then for the street stock gas, with all the young people nowadays with their hot trucks, whether it be diesel or gas, you know, back in our day, it was everybody had muscle cars. Today, it's hot trucks.
Yep.
And
yeah, I can't drive through my town, Bob, and not see a kid with a hood stack coming out of his diesel truck at every stop sign.
Exactly.
He always gets on it. So
it's an awesome day. The fair officially opens on Monday. Sunday there's no gate admission for the street stock pickup pool. We have vendors open with food. We've got the great corn dogs down there. That's one of the things that we're famous for here at the fair, the homemade corn dogs, and friends of Berrien Springs. It's just a wonderful day. Wonderful 2 days. Nice facility. We sit out on 157 acres and plenty of parking. Great, clean facility. Just a great place to bring the family and have a great day.
I like how you incorporate everything, because like as a promoter, or a promoter of the sport, it's the big stuff like your NTPA show Monday night that's really exciting, but you're also your stock pickups. I like the fact that you showcase all of that. I think that's super cool. I like it when a venue will do that stuff maybe on an off day, like a Sunday, like you're doing, or during the day, like you're doing your farm stock, and then have your big show coming at night. But it gives chance to everybody to pull at the local fair. I think that's super cool.
Well, Jason, cool. I'm gonna jump in for a second here.
Yeah, I was gonna introduce you, Shane. Don't worry, buddy.
No, that's fine. That's fine. To be honest with you, the Sunday night show has pretty well caught the NTPA show, if you want to know the honest truth.
Well, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, that's popular.
Them young kids love their trucks. They love to bring them. The 10,000 pound class, the 12,000 pound class, them classes are both really, really exciting and hot. I mean, everybody's in them. The numbers are great. And Sunday has turned into be really a good asset to the fair, and it's a nice complement to Monday night. And then, like Bob said, Monday morning we're just busy as all get out. We got garden tractors at noon going one direction, antiques going one direction. They're pulling side by side, and I mean, by the end of the day, we are all beat. I mean, just flat beat. It's yeah, you know. I mean,
I do.
We got a great crew that's helping us. Thank goodness too, because Friday and Saturday I'm going to be in Hillsboro, and then Sunday I'll be driving home and be up to the fair, and then Monday we got that. So 4 days in a row. I mean, come Tuesday, you probably won't even see me, because it's just a lot.
Is the fairgrounds? I'm trying to do a little Google Earth here. Is it by the high school, guys?
Yeah, it's just to the west of the high school. Well, half the track is underneath a building, Jason. So it's like half indoors, half outdoors.
Okay.
You're
I love.
You're close. Scroll up. I think that's the right direction, isn't it, Bob? Yeah.
There it is. Too fair.
Yep, there we go, right there.
No, zoom back out a little bit, Jason. No, go. Keep going. Okay, now right there.
Right there.
Where your mouse is.
Yep.
That's
Cool.
That would be the grandstands right there.
Yep, it's undercover. So, and you pull from north to south.
Okay. So is this like the hauler parking back here then, Shane?
No, the hauler parking is scroll up
Keep
a little
going
bit.
down.
Well,
The other way.
Oops, sorry.
That's up. Right
See where
there, right to the 4 buildings to the south
Yep.
is where the street. Yep, right in there, south of that, right there.
Okay.
That's all the parking.
Man, that's a big fairgrounds, guys. You guys aren't messing around up there.
157 acres. One thing, we have 2 entrances, one off M139 and in the back coming in from the south of the fairgrounds. If they're interested, the address is 4261 South Shawnee. You can hop off the bypass, come through Berrien Springs, and come right in the back of the fairgrounds. Easy entrance with the semis, toter haulers and everything. Makes it nice and easy to get in. We have plenty of parking in the pit areas as well.
So Shane, is this your hometown then?
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, it's 15 minutes from the house.
Nice.
20 tops.
Nice.
But, yeah.
So have you ever done well here at your hometown pool, Shane? Have you got the win at the hometown pool?
To be honest with you, I've won it 2 out of the last 4 years. I won it 4 years ago. Then I got, I don't even know what. Then I won it the next year, and then we got rained out last year. So out of the last 4 years, I've won it 2 times, or out of the last 5, I've won it 2 times, which is really hard to do because every time you're at your home fair, you screw up. So.
No, we joke about that all the time when I'm announcing. That's the hardest one to win. Bob, you seem very passionate about pulling. Do you have any pulling people in your family? Are you a puller yourself? You seem very well versed.
Just a lot of friends like Shane and some other neighbors, local neighbors. I just, be honest, truthfully, just the farm stock tractors working the job out there. I am the manager of grounds and facilities at the fairgrounds, and I also sit on the board of directors out there. So keep them busy with that. Let Shane and the rest of the guys take care of the big boy toys.
Yep.
Bob is addicted to the fair. Don't let him fool you. He is there probably however many hours are in a week. He's there at least 2/3 of them.
We've been getting everything ready coming up. I was there, I think 75 hours last week from Sunday to Sunday.
Well, he was there an hour ago, if that tells you anything, Jason. I mean, he's the ambassador for the fair. And he does a great job getting everything squared away.
Shane, are there any other local pullers that I might recognize names that are just kind of their hometown pull or the county fair?
Stanley Warda, he'll be there.
Hammer and Hank. I saw him this weekend at Rockwell.
Yep. Some of the other close ones, the normal ones like Lee will be there.
Yep.
John Silsby will be there, I'm sure. Dave Whelan will probably be there.
He's leading Grand National points coming out of Rockwell.
So he might not be. I mean, you know how that goes. Bowling Green's the end of the week, so that that kind of might change things a little bit because he's really going for something.
Yep.
He's been working at that for years, and might be his year, hopefully.
Yeah, it was. He came in 4 points behind Dan Schulte on Friday, and he left. Dan had an early hook. You know how Super Farm pulling goes, and they built the road, and some of those later guys did. And Dave was actually on our countdown to pull time too, so it was fun. Him and Lee Butts on there, so it was fun.
Yeah, I was driving home from Mount Sterling in Salem, Illinois, and I was watching it live stream with a bunch of guys in the toter home while we were sitting under waiting to pull at our pole, and we were watching for them. So we're all fans.
Heck yeah, that's what it's all about. Bob, is Berrien Springs a pretty big town?
Yeah, yes, for the Midwest, yes, it is. It's a good sized town. We have a lot of quite a few restaurants. I think the population's around that 2,000 mark.
Okay.
if I remember correctly. Andrews University is based out of there. It's a nice, quiet, rural area, rolling hills, a little bit of rolling hills up by us. Just one of the famous things is the St. Joe River in Berrien Springs by the Berrien Springs Dam. One thing, people come from all over the U.S. to go fishing down there. Also, one thing that Berrien County Youth Fair, besides the fair and the tractor pulls, we do a lot of horse shows out there. We do the Back to Berrien horse shows we just got through with not too long ago. There's something going on every weekend down there throughout the year. Like I say, a great place to be. We got a lot of great volunteers, great people in the community that support it. We have over 2,800 volunteers that come and take care of the fair. We have 52 buildings to walk through here at the fairgrounds.
Jeez, that's insane.
Commercial barns, animal barns. It's a really busy week coming up next week. Hopefully we'll have sunshine, beautiful days. Just a great place. Any type of food that you can think of is there. We got rides for the kids. We also have Randy Hauser this year, live from Sweden, tribute band ABBA. And then we end with also a demolition derby and super kicker rodeo. And then on Tuesday is Kids Day with the ride band wrist vouchers and a free circus in the grandstand.
Nice. Now, so when I see Berrien County Youth Fair, that's the name of the actual fair, Bob?
Correct. Berrien County Youth Fair. You can look us up online at bcyf.org. That has all the information on it with all of our shows, all the tractor pulling rules. Sunday night, when you look up on the website for the grandstand entertainment, they'll have the rules for the tractor pull and everything on Sunday and Monday. Pretty much laid out, easy peasy. Any questions that they have with anything on that, you can email me at bob@bcyf.org. And we have like I say, we have a wonderful facility down there, and all the great volunteers make it great down here. It's deemed the Midwest's largest youth fair.
That's nice. I got the website up right now, and I put it in the chat for everybody. So if I go to, let's see here, exhibitors, schedule, I'm looking at what's happening, events calendar.
Yep, should be under grandstand entertainment.
Okay, there it is. Grandstand lineup, Sunday tractor pull.
Yep. Also, we have the online the gals that take care of running our website do a wonderful job. There on the right, you'll have you can see through the brochure there, and it'll give you the breakdown of the times of all the events during the week. There you have all the rules and regulations for each, breaking down for each truck class, gas and diesel, and the tractor classes. For the farm stock tractors, they'll be in the fair book, page 83. We'll give you all the breakdowns for all the weight classes for antiques, garden tractors, and everything else. We have the registration form that way. To save some time, you can pre-print that and have it filled out during weigh-in and truck inspection. All the rules, regulations, and everything are right there at your fingertips.
I like it. Yeah, Bob, you seem to be very organized. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I've got a lot of great helpers. The gals in the office, they're my right hand a lot of times with everything going on with the support side and everything with the online activities.
And another thing to touch base, a lot of these local fairs, I go to them all the time. There are a lot of internal politics and stuff. We are very blessed that Corey and Karen, they give us a lot of leeway. And as long as we don't mess up too bad, they kind of let us do what we want. So we're very fortunate. So we are thankful for them as well. I mean, without their blessing, we couldn't do any of it.
No, I love it.
We're lucky.
So how's Thumpkin Pumpkin running this year, Shane?
Inconsistent. One day good, next day bad. Just what it is.
Yep.
Not consistent. right where I'm supposed to be, in the middle to bottom.
Middle to bottom.
What I'm supposed to. I know I've been driving all over. I swear I've seen the arch down by St. Louis about 3 weeks in a row, and I about had it with Southern Illinois.
Fair enough.
I'm ready to be back home, and I'm ready to even go see Don up
There
in
you go.
Hillsboro. It's supposed to be 65, 70 degrees up there. It's supposed to be beautiful, good tractor pulling weather. He puts on a nice show, so it'll be a nice go from there and then come back to ours. It'll be a good week.
How many hours is it to Hillsboro from your place?
Probably 5.5.
5.5. Okay.
Yep, 5.5. So when we get done up there Saturday night, I'll jet home, and I'll probably drive all the way home. I got home Sunday morning from Salem, Illinois at 3:45. So that was about the latest I've stayed up.
Yep.
But
I do that drinking vodka sometimes, Shane. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But no, it's a good time. It's a good group of people. I mean, pulling all over is the same, but it's all good people. You know, it's just a good family.
100%.
And I'm excited for our home fair. Last year it got rained out. It was kind of a bummer. I mean, you got Hot Farms, the best ones in the country, going to be there. Tim's going to have his there. It's running good. We normally do pretty good at our home fair. I mean, you got Stanley, you got a bunch of other people from the Michigan area that are supporting. I mean, Wolverine Super Farms are some of the toughest in the country.
Yes, they are.
We should have a good show. Mother Nature gives us a good day. We'll have a good show.
Yep. Bob, before I let you go, can you hit your poll sponsors again for Sunday and Monday? I know you said you had a couple there.
Yes, I do. For Sunday night, for the street legal pickup poll is presented by Dale Seaford, Pioneer Seed out of Glean, Michigan, and Twin Maple Farms Market, Glean, Michigan. And then for the Monday tractor poll for the farm stock and the NTPA, Keystone Cooperative is our sponsor for that day. We're very, very blessed and thankful to have those people for our sponsors, just for supporting the fair and our activities, everything out there. All of our sponsors at the fair we're very fortunate to have, and as well as our volunteers.
Awesome. No, that's great. Well, Bob, Shane, thanks for coming on tonight. Good luck. And I love how you guys literally have every class here, from garden tractors all the way up to the NTPA on Monday night. That's pretty cool. So super.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it. Thanks, Jason, for all you do.
Yeah. Bye, Shane. Good night, Bob.
Thank you.
Berrien Springs, Michigan, this Sunday and Monday. So now we're going to flip over to some Dave Schultz guy from something called Bowling Green, Ohio. I think you might have recognized it. I think everybody's pretty excited about it. And it is the largest poll in the world, without a doubt. It's not even a question. And Dave Schultz is the he's the big blue shirt, I call him. But we'll get him figured out there. How are you, Dave?
Doing great tonight.
Great to have you on, sir. I want to throw up the website here quick. I want to show the countdown thing. I want to do it before you said it, because that's always the first thing you do. So there it is. 9 days, 18 hours, 11 minutes, and 56 seconds. So.
And that's and that's when we start making noise. We actually take over the fairgrounds this coming Friday.
Okay. I figured. You almost have to.
Yeah.
You almost have to. So, yeah, I just wanted to get you on. I want to get you on again next Monday as well.
Sure. Bowling
Green, Ohio is a special place. A lot of fun. Everybody looks forward to it. The campgrounds, everything. You have your sponsor. Is it what's the Maximum Tire? Did I say that right?
Maxim Tire.
Maxim Tire.
They do a lot of industrial, and they're really getting into the agricultural tires. They're a OEM tire for Case IH. It's one of the tires they use, and great company.
Good stuff. All right, so give me the skinny. What's going on right now? What when you start coming in Friday? What do you start taking over? What do you get going?
One of the first things we do is we actually do a walk around inspection with the fair board, just make sure, because they literally just finished our county fair yesterday, and so they're in cleanup. They're in cleanup mode. They literally have 5 days to get cleaned up after the fair, and so we walk around with them. And one of the first things our blue shirts start doing is laying out puller parking. We try to shoehorn as many pullers as we can in. And so that's one of the first things our blue shirts start doing is laying out, the camping or the spots for all haulers and get that all put together so that starting 4 o'clock on Saturday, we have pullers start, rolling in. And there's some of the pullers that'll actually show up Friday night, and we have the gate locked. We actually keep them just outside the gate so we can make sure everything's ready to go, that, once they start pulling in, excuse me, that it's good to go.
Yeah. So is Napoleon Friday night or Saturday night, Dave?
I believe it's Saturday night.
Okay. How far is Napoleon from Bowling Green?
About 30 miles.
Okay. What are you doing Saturday night?
I'd really like to go to Napoleon. It'll depend if I've got all my work done and, if any of the blue shirts need me to help with what they do. I mean, my main goal is there, but if I can sneak out, believe me, I will be in Napoleon.
If you do, please come to the Full Pull live trailer and come on to the live stream. We talked about that today on our meeting. I think Chase probably already texted you, but I wanted to throw that out there, an open invitation. So
yeah, he actually sent me a text, wanted me to give him a call, and today was just crazy at work and didn't get a chance to call him. But I sent him a text tonight saying, "Hey, I will call you first thing in the morning." And but I'd really like to be able to get to Napoleon, just to, kind of, get to spectate some pulling before we really kick off hard for Bowling Green.
Well, we thought it'd be a good idea if you could come down, just start talking about Bowling Green, because everybody heads there anyway from there. So a lot of stuff. So let's cover each session here. A couple questions. The captain of the campgrounds, Williams, checking in. Dave, are you ready for the parade?
Yes.
So, is that Thursday night?
Well, each night.
Through that. I swear, when I was out there was it the 50th?
Yep.
No, the 50th. Yeah, it was. It was 2016, Dave? Is that when they ran?
That was their 50th.
Out on the track. They showed all the little trailers and stuff like that. Right down the track, if I remember correctly.
We did a cooler competition, so they did that. We are not doing that, this year, but we're just looking forward to seeing the camp vehicles. This year we had that. One of the rule changes was no pull behind trailers, and so I've been sent a couple of drawings of, hey, this is what we're putting together. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the ingenuity of the vehicle changes. We had to get rid of the trailers. We had some people last year fall down between the pull vehicle and the trailer, and it was just a mess. So that was one of the reasons why we made that change. But I'm looking forward to some of the vehicles that were designed since last year to see them running around.
Green, yep. Question for Dave: what time are people who bought north side seats areas to put their chairs in place this Saturday? Is that English, William? Is that English? I don't know. I read it to Dave though. Dave, can you understand that?
Yes, I do. There is not going to be the walking of the chairs. They can come in. They actually purchase their spot. They can come in as late as Wednesday. I would suggest, Sunday, Monday. They can come in because there's not going to be a lineup. I actually got a call from the fair board. There were some fans wanting to get in line today to do the walking of the chairs on Saturday. There is not going to be a walking of the chairs this year because everybody knows where their spot is at. So there doesn't need to be a line. You can show up Wednesday and your spot will be open.
Good deal.
So we are still doing the chairs on the south side. Those are just open. Lineup for that is going to start at let me grab it so I can make sure I have it correct. 8 o'clock behind the covered grandstands at the east corner, so people can get in line starting at 8 o'clock, and we're, weather permitting, going to let everybody put their chairs out at 1 o'clock on Monday. If the weather plays nice, that's what the schedule will be.
Have you taken a look at the weather yet?
I have not.
That's what every promoter should do. Never look at the weather forecast.
At this point, it could change. Here in Northwest Ohio, they said we were going to get all kinds of storms today, and I think I saw about 25 raindrops. So I'll really start looking at it starting this weekend.
Sure.
Knowing that that's a little closer, and we'll see what this hurricane does that's coming up. So.
Yeah, I interviewed our first guest tonight was a promoter from Lexington, Alabama. They have an event this weekend, and he said it's mostly been east of them so far. They've been good on that. But I have a loan officer in Savannah, Georgia, that works on my team, and they're supposed to get 15 to 20 inches of rain in the next 4 days. So he already sandbagged around his house, and because he lives in a low area. I've been to his house before, and like he said, it's the South. We get what we get. We don't deal with snow, but they deal with hurricanes. So.
I just hope it goes out to sea and stays out that way, and leaves us alone for at least the next 2 weeks.
That would be great. That would be great. Again, Dave Schultz with us. The big blue shirt. I know he has a real title, but I always just call him the head blue shirt. What is your official title again, Dave?
I'm actually the president of the Northwest Ohio Tractor Pullers.
See, that's it right there, fans. The president of the Northwest Ohio Tractor Pullers. And again, I hope seriously, Dave, if you can sneak down to Napoleon Saturday night, jump on Full Pull Live, I think that'd be good. So
I'll do what I can.
That would be great. Let's talk about the sessions a little bit. Session 1 Thursday night, 4-wheel drive trucks, light unlimiteds, 2-wheel drive trucks, unlimiteds, and light super sucks. We were joking about Dave making it like a prop pick on fullpullpicks.com. How put the over under on 72-wheel drives. I don't know if they'll do that or not, but I mentioned that. So that's a big class. It's always super popular. And 4-wheel drives. So Thursday night's going to be a big one right out of the gate with big numbers. So
yep, looking forward to that.
Light unlimiteds. We had all those classes in Rockwell last week. Rockwell had a really nice crowd last week, Dave. They're probably their biggest Saturday night I've ever seen. So
I saw some pictures and watched some video. It looked like a good crowd. Looked like some good competition.
Yeah, it was. Colin Ross does what he does and parked one out there, and then Robbie Lemke won the Pro Stocks by about 15 feet. So the crowd went wild. It was fun. Then we come back session 2, noon on Saturday, Super Stock Diesels, Super Stock Diesel 4-wheel drives, modified minis, light unlimited, super farms. All your tickets are on there. So people can buy ahead of time, right? Or they can buy at the gate.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
They can buy at the gate. They can go to here locally. They can go to Kroger's and pick up a ticket there, or buy it right at the gate if they'd like.
When do campers start setting up, Dave?
I believe that is the early come in is Tuesday.
This Tuesday. Okay, coming Tuesday.
And then and there's an additional cost to that, for an extra night of camping, and then mainly Wednesday.
Okay.
Gates open at 8:00. I'm looking at our schedule. We sent out to all of our blue shirts right now, and campers can come through gates E and G.
Jim Alt's checking in. He says Thursday session is dedicated to our military. I'm looking. So free admission for all active military. How does that work, Dave?
They bring their military ID right to the gate.
Nice. That's cool. I know Toma does something like that too, don't they? On one of the nights, or
yes.
They do. I don't think it's free, but I think they get something.
Reduced costs, I think.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. Can people purchase wristbands at the gate if needed? Any limit? How many? On how many?
No, there isn't a limit to how many, and yes, you can buy them at the gate.
Okay, great. Thanks.
And that wristband is, you're actually buying all 5 sessions. So it's not just access to the campground. It is, you're buying all 5 sessions. No, it is not prorated, but it is your ticket to get into the pull itself too.
Again, if you just joined us, Dave Schultz, president of Northwest Ohio Tractor Pulling Association, aka Pulltown USA, Bowling Green, Ohio, the largest pull in the world. Coming up August 15th through the 17th, and just kind of going through some of the basics. If you have a question, please throw them in the comments. I'm going to have Dave on for another 5 minutes or so. I'm trying to get him to come to Napoleon Saturday night. So.
Hey, Jason, I had a call from a puller today, and they were asking, a lot of them like to go out and party with the fans out in the campground, and all of the wristbands that they get, their hot pit, cold pit, that the pullers get, will get them into the campground also. Okay.
I had some people asking me that too, Dave. I just assumed that was so I told everybody, but I was going to check with you on that. So.
Yeah. And it's something different this year, but it's one of those, that when you would send me a text today, it was like, and that was one of the things I wanted to do. I had just gotten off the phone with this puller, and he says, hey, is this, am I going to be able to go out there? He goes, I got certain people I like to go hang out with, if I'm not pulling that night. And I said, that the camper or the wristband from the pullers we'll get them access. We just ask, please do not take any fuel out. Every year we have somebody that we have to stop at the gate before they go out in the campground. They'll have 10 or 15 gallons of alcohol in the back of it, and that's just not a good thing.
No, that's not, especially where they're going. Especially where they're going. So, and it's not drinking alcohol he's talking about. So,
yep, fuel,
yeah, fuel for their modified or whatever. So, session 3, we got mods, pros, super semi. That's Friday night. Super stock open 4-wheel drive trucks. Are you doing any flyovers or anything this year, Dave? Or can you not talk about that stuff? I don't want to take any secrets away.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Cool.
Not going to elaborate, but
that's fine.
Going to have some cool things this year. Something that we did a couple years ago. We're able to do it on one of the nights. So
nice.
Going to be fun.
Good. And then Saturday we go back at noon with mods, super farms, 2-wheel drive trucks, super stock open light, super stocks, and then of course Saturday night super stock diesels, pro stocks, modified minis, unlimited modified, super stock diesel 4-wheel drives, and the super semis. So pretty neat there. Let's talk about the Bowling Green ring a little bit, Dave. How does that work for the puller? Because I know that's a bucket list for any puller that runs Grand National NTPA to win the ring.
It's a calculation of their placing of the 2 pulls that they do, and so they can win. They could actually win both sessions and win the ring. Or I've seen it where they've won one and not the other, and it goes with distance. And so got a new style ring last year, and this year's really a cool looking ring. They are in, and they are going to be really cool. Something that we haven't done before.
That's neat. I somehow 2023. Oh, here's the 2023 ring winners. I think they're just kind of running through here. If I need to click on it, yep, there we go. So that's the south side that we see over there, right?
Correct.
With the grandstand. Yep.
With the covered grandstand.
Yep, that's a family-friendly side, people. So for the people going for the first time, and if you wanna go to Mardi Gras, you go to the north side. That's what I tell people. So it's all good. It's all good. So let's talk about Maximum Tire a little bit coming on. When did that come together, Dave? Were they kind of talking to you last year? Did they come and look around last year, or when did that all come together for you guys?
Right after last year's event, we started talking to them and literally put it together right before the PRI show in December.
Okay. And yeah, promoters, PRI's for real. Like Bowling Green's there. They had Theobald's Mini in there, I think, last year. And somebody, what else did you have, Dave? I can't remember.
Last year was Theobald's Mini. And we're looking this year. I'm not sure who we're gonna ask to put it in. I was really glad I asked Doug when I did. Literally, he told me if I would have waited another about 48 hours, he said that Mini would have been in pieces. So, we're actually gonna try, because we've got a booth again this year, and I'm gonna try to make the ask, at our event. And not sure what kind of tractor we want yet. It's just one of those. But I want to make the ask early enough because I know a lot of people tear them down. Like I said, Doug said I was really lucky to get in. He says, I'm glad you asked when you did.
Yep. No, that's fair. That's more than fair. I appreciate you doing that. Let's see if I got any questions here. Dave, please don't crack down on the beach balls on the north side grandstands. It's a family-friendly toy. Mm-hmm. What's that?
Well, we had one of our security officers went a little heavy on a beach ball, and actually we've actually talked to our security and said, look, as long as they don't get out on the track, we'll be okay.
Right. I understand. I always like having you on because the questions come rolling in pretty quick. So, and you're pretty good about answering all of them. I appreciate you doing that.
And that's one of the reasons why I actually like coming on here, because people will ask questions and I want to answer them. I want people to come. I want people to have a good time. And, that's why we do this.
That's what it's all about. Good. So William's happy. William's happy that you're not getting rid of the beach balls. So
good. Something else, the ladies in the office were, said something to me, right after work today. They've had a lot of questions on coolers. Are people still allowed to bring their beverages in? Yes. That come out, I think it was Fort Recovery had made a change in their rule, or it was another pull, and somehow it got put that we were making that change. no, we are not changing that at all. Yes, you can still, I think it's 12 by 12. People can bring their cooler in. Yes, they can bring, beverages in, if they want to bring beer, pop, water, whatever it is, you can do that. Our Fair Foundation, that part of the Wood County Fair Foundation, they started selling beer. It's not, it's like basically they set up like a carry out in the big Pratt Pavilion. Has nothing to do with us. We are not selling beer. It is, strictly they set up like a carry out in there. But no, you can bring your cooler as long as it fits through the little hoop when you're walking through the gate. It's good to go.
Perfect. Did we kind of touch? I just wanted to get you on for a quickie tonight, Dave. Did we kind of touch on the main points tonight?
I think so. Actually, the things I wanted to talk about, we have the coolers, the chair lineup, the wristbands, and the Southside chairs. Those are the kind of things I wanted to, because that's the questions that I've had within the last 2 or 3 days. People have either emailed me, sent me text messages, and yes, we've made these rule changes, and if people have questions, please feel free to send an email. I will send out answers as quickly as I can. We want everybody to come and have a good time.
Yep. Rules are like, we have roll cages on tractors, so when they tip over, you don't die, right?
Yep.
You have rules on Bowling Green, so when you have too much fun, and we all love to have a good time, you don't die. And that's just Jason Schultz's way of saying it. Dave and I are not related. I'm not that lucky, but we do have the same last name, and he spells it correctly, so I'm proud of him on that. So it's a good time. Dave, thanks for coming on tonight. Again, try to sneak down to Napoleon this Saturday. We'd love to have you on the Full Pull live stream to talk about Bowling Green. We have a huge audience watching that live stream, and everybody's jacked up for Bowling Green, Dave. It's the most wonderful time of the year, buddy. So
we're looking forward to it, and we've been working all year, and looking forward to Friday night being able to get to the fairgrounds, because for us, that's when it becomes very real.
Very real.
We're ready to rock and roll, and the blue shirts have worked really hard this year. It's amazing. They show up and things just start going, crazy with, things getting set up, and it's a team that literally, they just do what they do, and they make it happen. And within a couple days, it's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I don't know what Mike Hall's position is, but he has been so awesome to us, like with Beer Money Pulling Team. He's the one who reached out to us like 2 or 3 years ago. And now we sponsor. We have our T-shirt vendor or our T-shirt booth out there. I've never met him. I'm always out in Iowa, Nebraska for State Fair in Wisner, Nebraska. But he's been awesome on the phone. So when you see him, tell him thank you. So
I will. Mike actually was our treasurer up until this year. He is still on the board, but wanted to step down as being our treasurer. He's the one in charge, director in charge of puller parking, sponsorship parking, and that's why you worked with him. And
okay.
When he was treasurer, he worked a lot with sponsorships, and still does. Mike does a phenomenal job, and great guy. Loves getting everybody shoehorned in there, and we try to take care of everybody. The pullers every year, it seems like the pulling rigs keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we try to get them in. I had one let me know that he's going to be showing up late. We want to make sure we get him in, so we're actually going to kind of set aside the spot that it's easy to pull his 100+ foot rig in. So Mike's got a hard job. Sometimes he has to tell the pullers, I can't get you in there, but we try real hard to get everybody in a good spot, because a lot of the pullers have been in the same spot for 20+ years.
Yeah, when I talked to Blake Graves down in Whitewright, Texas, they said they have their spot, with the red horse, and they go to the same spot every year. They get pretty excited about that. So It's fun to hear some of the stories about all that. So you said the pullers will probably start showing up Saturday night already, you think?
Well, some of them will actually probably show up Friday night, early Saturday morning. We don't open the gate to let them in until 4:00 on Saturday, but there'll be a line all the way out our Gate A drive. And,
okay.
So, we want to get them in, but we got to get the places marked out so we know we have the spots for them. Because once rigs start going in, you just can't measure it at that point. So, but they'll start.
Have you ever counted how many rigs you have there?
I know they have. It's been north of 300, and but I don't have the exact count.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Doug Borch just commented, just got off the phone with Mike. Perfect, Doug. So, good deal.
Good deal. Good deal.
Good deal. Well, Dave, I'm going to let you go. We're going to go talk to our friends in Wisner, Nebraska about Thunder by the River. Try to sneak down to Napoleon. If you do, we're always in the white trailer by the NTPA scoreboard. Just go on in. And I think Randall's in there and PK, Phil Kelly, talking this week. But we want you to talk to the people and then have some fun with that, Dave, okay?
Sounds good, sir.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
Take care, Jason.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. Dave Schultz, not related to him, but he does spell his name correctly. Dave Schultz, the president of the Northwest Ohio Tractor Pulling Association, of course, the largest pull in the world, Bowling Green, Ohio. Coming up August 15th through the 17th. Now I'm going to switch to the largest pull in Nebraska. Thunder by the River, very, very well known in the Midwest. One of the key events on the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. They're up there with that, Wisner, Rock Valley. Those are the two that you hear all the time when you talk about the Outlaws. The one you need to go to, the one you can't miss. I believe I have Megan and Doug O and makeup. Dave Novak's too ugly. I don't think he's even going to come on tonight. But we'll see if we can get Novak on here a little bit again. But they're the same time as Bowling Green. You all know I do a lot with the Outlaws, and we're excited to have Doug O and Megan come on here. So I'm just going to get all my stuff set up. Doug, put your makeup on. You're uglier than shit. I can see a little shine on your head there, buddy. So I can see him behind the scenes, so it makes me funny. But Megan's really pretty, guys. So I'm sure the viewership will go way up once we bring her on. So, yeah, Bowling Green's exciting. It's just it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's summer. It's tractor pulling season. We're having a good time. And I'm going to bring Doug O on. There's Doug O and Megan. How are you guys tonight?
Good.
Good.
Good. Welcome to Let's Grow Pulling. Doug O, Megan, great to see you. I'm excited because your Facebook page is blowing up. We got a couple videos doing really well, but I got to show your brother's video, Megan. Let me get this set up quick. This is good stuff. How did he send that to you, like on Snapchat, and then you posted it, or what did you do?
Well, he actually sent that to me like probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I pull it up every year. He gets so mad.
I love it. I was so proud of you when I saw it on the Facebook page. I'm like, somebody's really good. They got this figured out. So we are live on Thunder by the River right now as well, so people can ask us questions. Wisner, Nebraska. You don't even have to say Nebraska. Everybody knows Wisner, Thunder by the River. I'm going to play our cool promo video Chandler put together for me today. Here's our cool picture. See that? That's the famous cottonwood trees there behind the River Rat and Twisted Whip. And I got a cool video to play right here. Welcome, Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling fans, to Wisner, Nebraska. Thunder by the River, the biggest pull in the state of Nebraska. The third weekend of August every year, in a town of 1,200 people, hundreds of Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pullers converge to this beautiful panoramic setting with 5,000 horsepower diesel super stocks, multi-engine modifieds, four-wheel drive screaming trucks, big womp pro stock tractors, and you get to enjoy this all on outlawpulling.tv. As we walk along where the pullers sit in the trees, and this, Dave and Kurt, this is really what makes this venue amazing.
This is the culture.
Yeah. Yep. So when people say Thunder by the River, it's hard to explain. Look, my dad always said, you just put a bunch of cottonwood trees, and then until you get here and you see it and you hear it, it's beautiful. This is what makes it. How long, Kurt, have you been coming to Thunder?
I've been coming since year one. I think they're on 18 years now.
18 years?
Yep.
That's amazing. So what does it mean, Kurt, to have like these big events like your Rock Valleys, your Iowa State Fairs, your Wayne, Nebraska? There's some, like we talk about this a lot, there's you don't have to say the state. Rock Valley, everybody knows it's Iowa. Yeah. Wisner, everybody knows it's Nebraska. What does that mean to the Outlaws and to an association to have these premier events like this where people literally, like before they leave today, like what are next year's dates? And they're already requesting those dates off at work. What's that mean for an organization?
I think a lot of it is if you walk through the pits, there's a lot of campers at Wisner. There's a lot of campers at Rock Valley. they're bringing their families, they're bringing their grandkids, and that's the family vacation for the year. Yeah, it's based around tractor pulling, but it's the venues of things to go see during the day in the park, but it's the family event that it brings.
Well, follow us as we make our transition to where the pullers go, heading up to the track. As they spin around, and Dave, as you're staging everybody back here, it's kind of crazy almost. It's just like lines of vehicles between all the trees as they do all of that.
Yeah, they kind of intertwine through the trees, and I've got Susan down here below. I'm up by the sled because it almost takes two of us, of somebody up there watching and timing, and somebody getting them started and bringing them up. But they just kind of keep coming up out of the trees, if you want to say. There's lights back here, but they just kind of keep evolving out of the trees, and it's fun watching a diesel truck start, or a diesel pickup, diesel tractor, or a diesel super. Just that smoke that feels a cloud in these trees. It's a pretty neat scene.
It's amazing.
And Wizner keeps adding. I mean, 2 awesome tracks, but you look at the other end, and you guys shoot any video of that with the skyboxes this year. I mean, they keep on making this event better, as does Rock Valley, as does the Iowa State Fair. Macon, Missouri is another one that we just came from.
Wayne, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
We've got a lot of sites really stepping up saying we want to be a premier event.
And venues are going and visiting other venues to get new ideas because they want to be the best of the best. It's a fun, friendly competition, but at the end of the day, they want to be that pull of the year.
Yeah.
And get that.
We've got one promoter saying, okay, who else is in my group? Because I want to start evaluating what they're doing.
I know who that guy is.
We all know who that guy is.
I think I talked to him yesterday. So
we've all talked to him yesterday.
Thank you for watching on outlawpulling.tv. We appreciate you.
Follow us, the Thunder by the River.
All right, that was my promo video I put together. Let me get you. I got to show your brother, Megan. You said this is from like 10 years ago? Meg, you said this is like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
This is the best. I love it. Are you crying? Are you crying? Are you crying? Welcome, everybody. Got Dougo, Dave Novak, Megan Pillar. Doug, I'm not saying your last name because I was butchered. It's like Ostrich or Ostrich or something like that. But you're
just leaving it all. That's fine.
Novak, you got me okay? Can you hear me? Dave Novak? Dave Novak? Paging Dave Novak? His internet sucks, I can tell by his little fuzzy guys. So
yep.
But that's okay. But he's pretty to look at. He's pretty to look at. So well,
yeah,
Megan,
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we got you, Dave. We got you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mine does.
When he won the points a couple years ago, was it last year? Or George won points last year. We had to do that.
Boss working on it.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm going to mute him for a second. Megan, Dougo, I mean, Wisner, man, it's a big deal. It's one of the most talked about.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Say something, Megan, because he can't hear me.
Good.
Hi.
Dave, can you hear us? Dave? No, he must not be on.
I just think his internet looks a little fuzzy. Looks a little fuzzy.
Are you on your phone or the computer?
I just lost him.
Oh. I told him to go on his phone because that had better reception than the computer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, well, it's all good, guys. Let's kick it off. As Ron Stone says, kick the tires, light the fires. Wisner, Nebraska. We're basically a week and a half away. This is one of the most talked about pulls of the summer on the Outlaw circuit and in the Midwest. How are you feeling? It's the most stressful time of the year, being a promoter. But what's going on? What are the things that you want to let people know tonight? We're live on the Thunder by the River Facebook page. We're live on Beer Money. We're live on the Outlaws. Please put your questions in the comments. I have the poster to put up as well. Just kind of let me know, Doug or Megan, who wants to go first, and let's start promoting this great event.
Well, Jason, I think first of all, Megan will tell you, but we have live music 2 nights.
Okay.
I think we have another one for Thursday, correct, Megan?
Mm-hmm.
And and getting ready for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we're guessing there'll be about 200 in the pits.
Nice.
Got a new set of bleachers put up.
Which side?
Over on the announcer side.
The west side.
Yep.
As soon as I said that, I said there's no room for bleachers on the other side, but that's okay. That's on me.
Yeah. Yep. So new 750 seats with backs on them. So it's a nice addition.
The coolest thing you guys ever did was add those skyboxes last year, Dougo and Megan. That was so neat. That was so neat.
Yes. That was a great addition.
Yeah, a lot of people like the view.
The people that have them like them. I saw in your video there, one of the cameramen, we took him up top and he shot a little bit of film from up top there.
Yep, that was Chandler. Chandler Pickler was out there last year. It was 172 degrees last year. You could put an egg. I had camera people for Outlaw TV like passing out. Like, so it was. I don't mean that jokingly, but they were getting. It was hot, you guys.
We did hot too. It was hot.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked to one of the guys that had a skybox last year, and he said his shoe melted to the skybox. It's still up there.
Yeah,
I absolutely believe you. But hopefully it gets so hot you don't even sell beer.
No, this year it's going to be much cooler, so we're happy with this year's weather.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Wisconsin, guys, and I think we have a storm rolling through tonight. The weather's finally going to break here. We had some bad tornadoes and stuff south of us, but you know how it goes. It's been you guys had been super wet, right, this year?
Yes, but it's been dry about the last 3 weeks, so we're good. We could take a rain.
Omaha area's been getting hit pretty hard though.
Yeah, I was out there last week for Pierce, Nebraska, and Scribner, and a lot of those stuff with Outlaw TV. And I drove through Wizner a couple of times. I drove through Wizner like at 2 a.m. I actually put a video up saying, "Where am I?" And Megan, you commented.
That's what security was talking about. Somebody driving around through the park.
Yeah.
It was in a white Tesla. It was all me.
That's what it was.
I didn't break anything, I promise.
So this poster, the times I think are a little bit wrong.
Is this did I grab the wrong one, Megan?
It's okay. Well, I had emailed Hope the new one.
Okay.
It's just the only thing that's different is Thursday 6:30, Saturday is 4:30.
Thursday 6:30. Okay, that's on me. I probably grabbed the wrong because I know we had the wrong times on one of them.
Yeah. I think that was the original one. Then when we got them printed, they were the right times. So it was my fault for giving her the wrong one, though.
No, it's our fault. We always take the blame. Don't worry about it. So, fans, I'm putting thunderbytheriver.com into the comments for those of you that want to get on here and do that.
And Jason, I just want to say also, we always let military in free too. So
okay, military's free.
You know, that's always we're pretty proud of those people. So
yep, you should be. It's all good. It's all good. No, I think it's a good ramp up because I think we're in West Point and Weeping Water this Friday and Saturday. No, this Thursday and Friday. I'm going to be in Washington. I'm going to go to Weeping Water Thursday, and I'm going to Washington, Missouri Friday and Saturday for Outlaw TV. And then Kenzie's going to go to West Point on Friday night. So
okay,
and there's just a lot of pulling fans out in that area. It's crazy.
Yep. And you talked about earlier, you had Bowling Green on. They're the blue shirts and we're the orange shirts.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. We got to do something like that.
We always have had orange, and all the board members and the track help and the people that are in the, that are in the view all the time. We always said, if you need something, ask somebody in an orange shirt. So
I like that. Yeah. So if you want to feel important, pulling fans, wear an orange shirt.
No, we'll put you to work.
Yeah, exactly. Had to go start flagging or whatever.
Yep.
Did you see my brother's comment? Delete that video.
I did. I think that's awesome.
Hey Doug, you didn't mention the extra hauling, the trees that we took out for the haulers.
Oh yeah, the pit area we got took about 6 acres of trees out down by the river, so we got a little more parking.
Awesome.
Dave worked hard on that for about 2 weeks. So,
did he? Nice.
Yep. Got that done. You know, and we were talking at the last meeting about we're lining up schedules and the help, and we figured it up. It's probably somewhere around 300 volunteers that makes this thing work. So
Wow.
You know, it's we do a little part, and maybe we're a board member, but without all that help, we couldn't do it. So.
Oh no, you'd be dead.
Yep.
You would be dead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's which river runs right behind the track there?
Elkhorn.
Elkhorn. Okay. Yeah, it was so hot last year. I about went and jumped in it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we all did.
I was like a walking river. It got so hot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was so dry last year. I don't even think the river was very deep.
No.
Because one year I've been out there, I heard airboats. I don't even know if airboats could have went last year on that thing. So.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
They actually like it when it's low.
They do?
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
I learned that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's all good. Gauge, what classes or what days the Outlaw app is different than Thunder by the River website? Do you know that question to that answer?
I would say
answer to that question.
I would say Kurt probably has it right.
Okay, so go with the app.
Yeah, I would think so.
Sounds good. I'll follow up on that tomorrow. We have our
basically, isn't it whoever pulls in Iowa on Tuesday night, they pull Thursday night, and then whoever pulls in Iowa on Wednesday night
pulls on Friday.
Friday, and then a mixture on Saturday, right?
Yep. Yeah. I don't have my book in front of me, but I think Kurt had the right one.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Outlaw app, we're going to say the Outlaw app, but I'll double check it in the morning with everybody.
Okay.
Make sure we're good to go.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of your sponsors, Megan and Dougo, some of the ones that brought you. You're making it all happen.
Yeah, we actually had what do we have? 5 new bigger ones this year, Doug?
Yeah.
Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Yeah. So a lot of those level 2s bumped up to a level 1 because they wanted the skyboxes, and that's the only people that we had offered it to this year. So they bumped up to get those skyboxes. So yeah, we did really good on our sponsors this year. The ones that are on the poster are our level 1 sponsors. So the only one we're missing is Patriot Nation.
Okay.
But then a lot of local people too.
We have a lot of smaller ones too that they didn't take skyboxes, but they helped us out in a big way by donating. So every little bit helps. You know that, Jason.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. No, the skybox are just an amazing addition to that event. So I just Google Earth Wizner, but the skyboxes are not in yet. So we need to fly. We need to fly the satellite in.
I actually just looked that up tonight too. But I will be putting a map up on Facebook in the next few days, just so people can kind of see, because we're switching our food vendors around too. We're going to do like a food court rather than, some here, some there, some. My kid just got home.
So they're all going to be up in one area. So.
Yep. So.
And tomorrow, Jason, I am going to get the ice trophies. We always give away the overall winner gets that big ice trophy. So they're fighting for the combination of the 2 days.
Yep. No, that's fun. And I like how we get to interview them right down in front of the announcer stand. That's fun to do that. And you have that nice backdrop. I noticed that last year or the year before. I don't remember when.
Yeah.
So.
Put it right up by the announcer stand over there.
Yep.
No,
I just pray for just decent weather for you guys, because no matter what you do and you work your ass off all year long to promote an event like this, and then to have heat like that or rain, it is the most discouraging thing in the world. So
yeah.
Yes,
I had a sweatshirt on Thursday night, and Saturday was.
Yep.
So according to what Kurt and I had figured out, that here a while back, on Thursday we'll have about 90 hooks.
Okay.
On Friday we should have about 140. And on Saturday we should have about 170.
Awesome.
So we end up with about 400 hooks total. So
good deal. I have to go to the bathroom. It's really important. I'll be right back. You guys keep chatting.
That's a
Long
good
time
one.
no see, Doug.
Yeah. I'm not sure what we talk about now. So
I know. Well, Teresa just texted me and said their internet isn't working, so they're not going to be on. So
yeah. So how about if I go through some of our sponsors?
yeah, do.
Bayer Precision Pumping, Rainforest Animal Health, Citizen State Bank, Shriver Harvesting and Trucking, Feller and Company, Benish Service, David City of Valparaiso, Organics, Mitchell Equipment, Dinkles, NC Plus, Novak Custom Farms, Dawson Tire and Wheel, Scott Cruzmark Feed Yards. The one the pullers know is Joe Bush Ag Repair, Prime Stop, Ortwick Family Farms, Nutrient Advisors, Extreme Performance, West Point Auto, Ruscamp Seeds, Midwest Bank, Meister Repair, Rock Creek Services, Pinnacle Bank, and Helena. So that's all of our major sponsors. So we appreciate them very much.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry I had to go to the bathroom. Normally Mike and Kenzie do the podcast with me, but they both worked Mound City, Kansas last night for Outlaw TV, so they retired. And Kenzie literally just got back to Wisconsin right now, so it's been a long day for them. So
Yep.
no, you can't do it without sponsors, Doug and Megan. You know that it's impossible.
And I'll be posting like the level 2, 3, 4, and 5s throughout the week between this week and next week too, so they get some recognition too. Hold on, my kid's trying to get in here. Hold on.
That's fine. Yeah, so I had to go to the bathroom. It's okay, Megan.
Yeah.
Doug, how long have you been involved with this event?
Day one.
Day one. So this was kind of one of your ideas, or how did it all come together, bud?
No, actually, it was Dan Basso started it. A couple guys were sitting in a bar and they drew it up on a napkin. said we should have it. And yeah, I was thinking back to that first pull. I think, gosh, I was thinking we had 100 in 2 days, and we thought we were really doing something. You know, now it's evolved into. It is a family event because you're right. We have a bunch of campers come in, and we have people call us. You know, they plan this. This is their summer vacation.
Yep.
And school starts on Wednesday, but they're going to keep the kids out because they're coming to Wizner. So,
what are they doing starting kids that early in August? Is that
I
a Nebraska thing or what?
Yeah, it must be. I think there's some South doing that too, but
I know Missouri's doing it. So
yeah, my kid starts school the first day of the pool. It's really handy.
It's too early, but
yeah, that is. Do they get out like in April or what?
Middle of May.
Yeah.
Middle of May.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I think we get more snow days, maybe. I'm not sure, but
maybe.
I think they get a little bit more time over Christmas this year or something. Hey, Doug, do you remember when? I know we talked about this last year, but when did we go to the 2 tracks?
Oh boy.
Trivia time with Doug-O. Trivia time.
Probably, gosh, year 6 or 7, maybe.
Was it?
Because we had to move the lights in the guardrail. Yeah, it's been a while, but boy, that's a good question. I don't remember that one.
I know we talked about it last year on the live feed or whatever. We did that one day, but
yeah, I could probably go through some of the old pictures and it would tell us, but
because this is our 19th year. Well, 20th, but then we took COVID off, so it would be 19 years.
Yeah, when I asked Kurt that in that opening video, we made that video last year, because I really wanted to do that because it's such for people that are like, what's so cool about Wisner, these trees all the time, and I wanted to walk through that and show that off. It's just, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
Pretty cool. Our city works hard to keep that looking nice too.
What else is that park used for, Megan, throughout the year? What else goes on down there?
Like the actual tractor pull area, we do a tractor pull. Jim Plotchick puts on a tractor pull for livestock show, which is at the end of June.
Okay.
I mean, anybody's welcome to use that down there. It is city property, but the rest of the park, baseball fields, softball fields, camping, 4-H show, they have like their livestock show. Yeah, I don't know.
That pull they have earlier is like a farm stock they have and kind of a local pull.
Okay. Are you having the garden tractors back during the day on Saturday?
Yes. So, So, Dustin and Greg Rosted, is that how you pronounce that?
Yes. Yep. Rosted.
I'm gonna get that right. Anyway, yes, they're doing the garden tractor pull again Saturday morning. It's a free show for anybody that wants to come down. For anybody that wants to stay, though, throughout the day, I mean, obviously security will check them so they get wristbands for the actual pull later. But what does it start, Doug, at 8? Is that what we're doing, or
Yep.
was it 9? 8?
I think about 8, and they said they'd be done about 11. So
Yep.
Yeah, they did it.
11:30.
They were so honored to be there last year, you guys. Like, they were adamant about, like, we got to be done at a certain time. And honestly, it was really cool.
Yeah,
we
you
were
know why
so-
they try and drive one this year.
You know why they got to be done, Jason?
You got to get track prep for the big show.
So Kevin can start working on the track.
Yeah, we can't piss off Kevin Bauer. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. No, but that's a neat good little thing for the fans. And then, and then they're probably going to stay for the poll. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a great thing like that. I'm glad that you did that.
It's all our future competitors, right?
Yep. That's how Novak got started. Look at him now.
Yep.
He's got 2
Yeah.
of them.
I know.
Yeah. And Dustin and Greg help out a lot with Thunder by the River too, a lot. So, well, Dustin's
yeah.
on the board, but.
And now Greg's got a turban, so he is stepping up. See?
Yep.
Yeah.
See what happens? Has it always been an outlaw pool, guys, since the beginning, Duggo?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Good deal. I mean, it needs to be. It makes sense, but I was just curious. I didn't know if anything else was going on 20 years ago out there. So, again, talking with Doug and Megan, everybody on from Thunder by the River, Wizner, Nebraska. The biggest poll in Nebraska, one of the most talked about polls in the Midwest, coming up next week, August 15th through the 17th. I like it because everybody's like, oh, it's the same time as Bowling Green. And it doesn't matter. I mean, Bowling Green's in Ohio. You guys are in Nebraska. The Outlaws support you. The NTPA pullers support them. There's never been any issues with that at all. That makes me super happy. Super happy that you guys can both do what you do. Here's a little Google Earth of the poll site here. The skybox on here, but that's the Thunderdome right here. This is where all the fun happens. Live music each night. This is where the cold beer is. Like so, and then the right back here is where all of the skyboxes are now. Well, they're actually kind of right back here, right, Meg?
Yep.
Yeah.
One on each side.
So they are okay, so bring the cursor down a little bit farther.
Yep.
Right by the Thunderdome, that's skyboxes, and then where you had it before is skyboxes, and then right behind all that, where you see that trailer back there.
Yeah.
That's not there anymore, but that's where our food court is going to be, rather than them all spread out. We're going to still have the 3 underneath
One
the
spot.
Thunderdome. Yep. So then they can just walk to whatever they decide to eat that day. Yep. And then our new bleachers are just south of those those are shades, but they're not up, obviously. So yep, the new bleachers go right there. Yep.
Cool.
So
Cool. That'll be nice.
yeah.
That'll be nice. What year, Duggo, do you remember what was the biggest crowd? What year? Do you remember what year that was?
Boy, I don't.
Or do you have any? Have you had any home run years? You're like, holy crap, where'd all these people come from?
I think the first year we went to 2 tracks, we're the first one to have 2 tracks.
Okay.
And I think that was probably one of the biggest, but
And, and when we had the VIP tent too,
yeah.
obviously that drew in a ton of people, but
to me, every year is a good year because we enjoy it. So,
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was just curious to see because
yeah,
the heat last year definitely hurt the crowd on Saturday.
yeah.
I mean, people.
Yeah.
We started, I think, at 3 to get all the classes in, and by 7, people the bleachers started filling into what I'm normally used to seeing. But man, I don't blame people for coming out either.
No, it was pretty hot.
It was.
I think
super hot.
we gave away about 3 pallets of water that day. We're constantly filling up them tanks with fresh water and free bottled water. So,
yeah, they wouldn't even let it cool down. They were just grabbing, which is good. That's what it's there for.
yeah, it was room temperature, but it was water. So.
Hey, Doug, what is your why? Why does Doug O do this? What's your calling? Because you know how much freaking work this is and stress it is, and half the people like you, half the people hate you. You spend your own money. No, I'm just being real. I've promoted events before. What is your why?
We made some changes, and that's when they hate you. But my why is because I used to have a 2-wheel drive. Then I had pro stock. Yeah, I had a 2-wheel drive.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Well,
Yep,
cool.
Blue Thunder S10 Chevrolet. So that's how I got to know all the Texas boys because I had a janky motor in it. So went down to Texas, but and then I went to the Pro Stock Semi, and I think it's just I like pulling and bring a lot of people into a community, and it's just can we do it? Can we pull it off? And working with a lot of good people is enjoyable. So
No, I love it. The community thing is, I knew, and that's what's cool. Here, I'm on the website right now. Just kind of wanted to show that off a little bit. Thunderbytheriver.com. If you have any information on here, this is kind of Megan. What I tell people: if you have any questions, go to the website. If you can't find it on the website, we either made a mistake or you can't read. That's kind of what I say sometimes, Megan. So
but
it's all good.
Jason, here lately, Megan's been doing more work than me, so ask her why.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm setting it up. Don't you worry. I'm setting it up. So I'm gonna get some pictures on this screen. Normally, Kenzie does all this for me, so I have to talk and run my mouse at the same time. If you guys have ever met me, you know it's hard for me to focus. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, Megan. How many years have you been? Yeah, it's a Wisconsin thing. You peck your head, Duggo. Megan, how long have you been involved with this event?
I can't exactly tell you how many years. I started off because of my father-in-law, who is a sponsor with Feller & Company. He got me interested. So I used to kind of run the VIP tent. Probably, I don't know, has it been 12 years, you think, Doug?
Probably. Yeah.
I started that.
Yeah.
Did that for a while, and then we decided to get rid of that. So then I went to the bar and just helped him with that, and then I took over for a couple of years. And now this year I've taken on a lot more than I ever have. But it's all right. It's good.
Well, you still have all your hair. Duggo lost all his, Megan.
Yeah.
That was in about year 12, Jason.
Kevin Davis checks in. He says, it's a challenge. That's why we all like it. Yeah. There is a little bit of an addiction to it. That is for sure.
That's for sure.
And I guess I obviously don't know a ton about pulling per se. I couldn't tell you what, if I looked at a tractor, I'll be honest, I probably couldn't tell you what class they're in. But I'm very community oriented. I actually am involved in a lot, but I don't know why. I've met a lot of people through this. It's people that I don't normally hang out with on a regular basis, and I have fun. That weekend's fun.
That's awesome.
Right now it's a little stressful, but fun.
When it gets there, it's all good. This is one of those pictures that, what is Wizner? It's that for the pullers. You know what I mean? To get down there in the trees, it's pretty neat.
Yep.
But it's important to go into the trees in order, though. I learned that my first year because I was all excited to get in there, and I was a later hook, and then I got in there, and then I was kind of stuck. So then it wasn't very fun. So pullers, if you've never been there, stay in order. Stay in order.
And I think, Jason, you can attest, and Megan's finding out, but we've made a lot of friends from a lot of states.
Mm-hmm.
And if we've ever gone through that state or they come back the next year, they come over and find us to say hi. And I think that the pride in that is in yourself is what you've done. I think is part of the why also,
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And the friendship, we go rolling through the pits too, so.
Yep. It's important for promoters to do that. And I know it's hard because everybody's so busy all the time, but to go thank your pullers for coming, because just like you, they're spending a bunch of money with really no return on it. All right, you're just doing this for your local community. They're doing it because they love it. So I love this picture here. I love that you guys put flags over the tracks. It's so cool when the diesel smoke hits that. I just don't ever stop doing that. That is so awesome. Or like when a turbine does it, or the big pods with all the air going up. It's so cool.
Yeah. See if they get to the fourth set of flags or not, right?
Yeah, they do the Matt Goodwin that he did last year.
Yes.
I was announcing, and I think I said that makes me happy in places I can't talk about on the microphone. That was like the first thing that came to my mind. So I know Kurt wants to have like a 7-second delay on me. We'll see what happens. Just flipping through some photos from Wizner. Just such an amazing event.
Mm-hmm.
Such an amazing event. Just love it. Can't wait for next week. There's back in the scales. Everything's super organized. It's all laid out, from all the pullers coming in.
And I think, as you said, in the pits themselves, as you mentioned that with the guys from Bowling Green, because I went to a lot of other pulls, but they all park in the same spot. They were there for the last 7 years, the last 10 years. People just know where they're going to park when they get there. If you're new, we got to find a spot for you. But if you've been here before, they already got their spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My first year I came with the tractor, I blew my turbo up and drove to Hart's Diesel all night long, drove back. I parked so far out, you guys. I was out by some grain bins. I swear it was like 2 miles.
He was out in Feller's lot.
Yeah.
I was way out there. But that's okay. I got there about 3 hours before pull time on Friday night. So
yeah, if you would have stuck around, they probably would have made you go feed cattle for a day or so.
Yeah.
I love it. Again, we still got a ton of people watching. I know it's getting late, but we're having fun. We're talking about Wisner, Nebraska with Doug O and Megan. Novak tried to come on, but he lives out in the country. And we've interviewed him before when he won a points championship and he had pretty crappy internet. So, but so Megan, besides kind of growing into it, what it is the community? Is that pretty much your answer to then on what is your why?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we can, for a town of 1,200, we can put on an event like this, and it's just awesome. Like, I see all this, people commenting on Facebook, and they're like, not even close to living around here, and they're just like, oh yeah, Wisner. And after the poll, you just feel so good because you helped put on the event, and I don't know, I'm just that type of person. I like to volunteer, and like I said, just meeting a lot of new people, and it's fun.
It's got to be good for your local community, you guys. The gas stations, the restaurants, they got to have that's got to be their best weekend of the year, right?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the motels 30, 40 miles, 50 miles away are full. So that tells you something.
Yes, it does.
And there's, how many campers in the other side, the west side.
West side.
So yeah, it's great for our city. Puts us on the map.
Yep. Like you said, Jason, you just say Wisner, you don't have to say anything else. They just know.
It's a destination. That's a destination pool. And the Outlaws have a few of those. You don't have to say the state. Just Wisner, Rock Valley. You don't have to say it. So Delton, who runs all the merch for the Outlaws, says, do you think I should make some more Thunder by the River hats for the show? Well, duh, Delton, of course. But fans, let us know if you want a Thunder by the River hat, and then you go check out Delton down there at the.
That's right.
Yep. Dick Blankenspur's watching from Inwood, Iowa. Welcome to Let's Grow Pulling, Dick. Robert Miner, Wisner puts on an awesome show. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It was one of those events I'd heard about forever. I always pulled Badger State, and with the rules with the 4-1s, we couldn't come run Outlaws. And then when they changed that where we could, I'd have to change pumps and turbos and stuff. Wisner was one of the ones I wanted to get to right away with the state fair. I grew up in Iowa, so the state fair is pretty special to me because as a kid, we'd always go to state fair. Like the next week I had to go back to school. But now we just go Wisner, Nebraska. It's kind of we go from state fair to Wisner. It's just kind of it's a pilgrimage, if you will, as you head west and head on out there, and you look forward to a great event out there in Wisner, Nebraska. So it's a lot of fun. What kind of music do you have each night, Megan? Do you know the name of the band or anything?
Yeah, actually, we have Thursday night. We the guy that actually does our commercials every year, which I am going to post one of the commercials maybe tonight. I'm not sure. Teresa sent me the email. So that guy, he sings with his wife, and so he's going to sing Thursday night, and then we have Whiskey Tango Foxtrot on Friday and Saturday.
WTF?
They played on Thursday night of the poll last year. So they wanted to come back and they wanted to do Thursday, Friday. And so we said, all right, we'll change it up a little bit this year. And so it's good to get somebody new in there every once in a while.
It is. Mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps them all going. Doug, I interrupted you. I do that to my guests all the time. What were you going to say?
I don't remember.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing, Doug, that's happened at Wisner that you can talk about that you didn't have to call the police?
And my birthday's always that weekend, so ask somebody else that question. I can't perjure myself, Jason. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm not trying to set you up. When Ron Stone gets you on his show, he'll dig and he'll poke and he'll try to find out stuff like that. So.
No, celebrated my 50th, celebrated my 60th, so.
We should have Scotty on here. He can tell us, everybody, what he did last year.
Yeah. It's always a good time.
It's a blast. No, I mean, it's honestly sometimes the times after the poll are are where you really make your friends and your memories. Honestly, if you think about it, I mean, I've made some bad decisions after the polls. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be denying it if I said I didn't. And I feel like crap for the next day. But for the most part,
kind of like the awards banquet night.
Yeah,
right?
the banquet.
Yep, my credit card bill was large Sunday morning. So I gave the gal. Somebody said to me, "You shouldn't be dancing on the bar, Schultz." And I said, "Now listen, if you're hanging out with me at 1 a.m, you're one of my people, and you're not going to judge me, so it's going to be okay." And I gave the bartender my credit card and my phone, and I said, "Order us pizza." And like 25 minutes later, she came in with pizza. There was only one slice of pizza left, Megan, out of all that.
Was it really?
Yep, I was.
I know, I got some.
I nailed it.
And maybe a couple fireball shots.
That is why I'm fat. Because I like to have a couple beverages, and I just go straight to pizza. I just do. So. Yep. I've overpaid for pizza to have it delivered to the pits before, just because I wanted it at certain tractor pulls. It's all good. That's all good. Again, if you're joining us, we still got a ton of people watching. This is awesome. Wisner is a big deal. Duggo and Megan checking in from Wisner. They're on the committee. How many people are on your guys' board?
9.
Holy crap, that's a lot of opinions. I don't know how you guys do that.
It's diversified, and we need the help. So it works out. But 99% of the time we agree on everything we're going to do.
Oh, good.
It's just once in a while we have a few, but that's that way with any board. So
now, do you have some people?
It's nice to have somebody else's opinion.
Yeah, I was wondering, because there's a polar perception. Is everybody a polar, or do you have some people from the community don't really know much about polling? What makes up your board? Megan's pointing at herself.
I don't know anything about polling. I'm there for the books part of it, the bar part of it, I guess, like sponsors. But as far as the poll goes, that's Doug and Dave. And then we have good track help too. But as far as actually talking about the poll and all that and talking to outlaws, that's kind of their deal.
I think it's just because we go to too many, Jason.
I'm very guilty of that.
After I ended up with a sled, I go to help Kevin when I can. So.
Yep. No, it's always good to see you. That's always good to see you when we do see you at the polls. Doug, how many people have been there since year one with you? Was Novak around in the beginning?
No. On the board, Scott Kruzmark and Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably it. The 3 of us
that are still involved today.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. They're still on the board.
How long has Dave been president?
2 years, I think, and he was on a couple years before that.
Okay.
So, I think I stepped down and he took over, if I remember right. But
yeah, I can't remember.
It was nice to have Dave get on board because he had some good ideas too. So, and he gets to see all the pullers that I don't get to see. So,
yeah, no, he's politicking all year round on Wizner. I mean, are you coming to Wizner? Because that's what you want. You got to invite your pullers, and obviously our job is to get the fans in the stands and fill that place up with humans. And then so I've had a couple questions about the lineup. I'm going to get that answer tomorrow. Megan, let's get that posted on social tomorrow. I'll lock it down. I have our weekly outlaw call at 10. Every Tuesday we have a call, so we'll go through everything with Kurt.
Okay.
Ron Stone will probably have it tomorrow too. If that.
Yeah.
I gave Kurt the right one, and I don't have it with me in front of me. I'd have to go look in the office, but
no, that's okay. I surprised Megan. I just wanted to get you guys on 2 weeks in a row, just because it's such a big event and get ahead of it a little bit. So
yeah, I got Hope's email, and I was like,
She called.
I called Dave and Doug right away. I'm like, did you know about this?
No, she called me laughing and was like, "Yeah, Megan said I knew Megan was going to say that. So I'm just trying to give them some extra love tonight on the podcast. So it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay."
Next week, this time we'll probably be down at the park working. So
that's fine. We'll bring you on. We'll bring you on next week at that time.
We'll find a spot at the park with the lights on, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll have better reception though too.
Yeah.
We'll get Novak on there. So polling wise, Duggo, what are some of the most memorable runs that you've seen go down the track in Wizner over the years?
Oh boy.
Well, let's first of all. So I didn't know you used to own a polling vehicle. That's on me. Did you pull? Obviously you pulled it at Thunder by the River, Wisner.
Yes. Yep.
Did you ever get the W?
No. Nope. Never did. Had the 2-wheel drive there and had the semi there, and I guess with a semi I did one night. Yeah, but I don't think I ever won the overall. But
It's called the
yeah.
Thunderbolt, right? If you win
Yep.
it.
Yep.
I thought.
Yep. The big Thunderbolts ice trophy because it's a clear plastic trophy. But I think my favorite class, because Goodwin's my buddy, but the Diesel Supers. His pass last year was pretty good. Doug Meisinger's made some pretty awesome passes over the years.
Yes, he has.
Watching Mark Ulmer with his light super, and Brian Bowles, they made some awesome passes with some blue stuff. So,
Yes, they did.
but I think every class I've watched some good hooks. Awesome. Somebody had the right gear, the right tires, everything worked. And, if they, in some of them classes, if they put 5 feet on them, they did something,
Yes.
So.
That's a picture from the skybox from last year. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Didn't I send you that?
I hope so.
I think I did.
Either you did or Chandler took it when he was up there, because we sent him up there with our wireless camera.
Yeah.
Show last year.
I think that's when he said them pennants were in the way, and I said, "Well, I ain't taking them down."
Yeah.
They're staying
Doug's
up.
baby.
That's my little deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It used to be every event had those, Dougo. Now you don't see them as much. And I just love it when the smoke goes by. Here's a picture of Chad Weisenkamp with someday. I grabbed these from the announcer stand last year. I just grabbed some shots, but such a cool place. There's a good shot of the pits there before all the pullers are back there.
Yeah. And I think you asked me that question in the modified class. I kind of like the mods too. So they every once in a while somebody hits it just perfect and makes an awesome pass on the mods, and they'll shake the streamers and they shake the ground. The people that are sitting on the berms that one time told me their seat was shaking. I mean, when you say it is earth ground pounding and the earth shakes, it really does. I mean, between the sled coming down and the tractor going, and it does shake the ground.
Here's I finally found a picture of the skyboxes, obviously. Pretty cool. This is watching you guys put those in last year on social media. That was pretty neat. And then to get there and see them like that is awesome. How many total skyboxes do you have? And then how many does each one of them hold technically?
They hold 16
okay
people in each one, and there's
34.
Yep, 34.
Nice.
I'm in charge of them, and I can't remember how many. So I'll tell you.
I love it.
One more thing on my mind, right?
No, it's all good. I get it.
Who goes where and how we do it, and yeah.
Yep. Well, cool. Megan, Dougo, did we cover everything tonight for you guys?
I think
so.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope we didn't miss anything. I'll find out the lineups. Get those up for you guys.
Okay.
So,
perfect.
We'll get Dave on next week.
Yeah, gotta have that grumpy old turd on here. No back. So I told him I bought a diesel super, so he couldn't beat me anymore. So, no.
Have you drove it yet, Jason?
I haven't. No, I was gonna drive it in Whitewright. I want to get my dad. My dad's getting used to it. He's still not driving it as hard as Meisinger does, and he's just getting used to it yet. I don't know when I'm going to drive it. I want to drive it at an event where I tried driving it at Whitewright, and then I killed it going up the starting line up the hill, and then we had starter problems, and then we couldn't get it started again. So Steph Novak says grumpy is an understatement. I love it. But Doug, I want to drive it at a pull where there's no light. I'm not running a live stream, or I'm not announcing. I can just be a puller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I always try to do too much stuff.
It's hard to wear 3 hats, isn't it?
Are you announcing in Wizner this year?
I am not. It's Mike and Ron. Mike and Ron. Yep. Yeah, Mike and Ron. Mike's awesome. If you haven't heard him yet, he's so good. He's a great compliment to Ron and loves the pulling. But those two guys like gas trucks, so I speak for the diesel people a lot. So I got to keep up with that. So it's all good. It's all good. Well, Dougo, Megan, thanks for coming on tonight. We appreciate it. Your event's awesome. So looking forward to it. It's been fun working with your social media this year. Thanks for letting us get involved with that.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, that saved a lot of time.
And for everybody that is, like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share. We got a video right now with about 50,000 views on it that we posted a couple of days ago. So that gets me excited to make it. So
wow,
I like it. I like that a lot. That's good for the event. That's good for the event. So, Doug,
thanks,
Megan,
Jason.
have a great night, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Megan and Doug from Wizner. We had Bowling Green on before them. Bowling Green's obviously the biggest pool in the freaking world, but Wisner's the biggest pool in Nebraska. It's pretty badass. So for those of you in the Midwest and looking forward to Wisner coming up next week, it's going to be a great time. So, I'm going to wrap this baby up. Let me know if you guys have any other questions, anything else going on in your heads, your mind. This week for me, I'm going to, let me think. I always do this at the end of the show. I'm going to Weeping Water, Nebraska Thursday with Outlaw Pulling TV. And then I'm heading to Washington, Missouri, Friday and Saturday for Outlaw Pulling TV. Kenzie will be in Weeping Water with me on Thursday. Then she's going to West Point, and then she's heading back home. And then we go to the State Fair, then Iowa State Fair next Monday. What did I want here? I want to talk about what games we have up on fullpullpicks.com. Fullpull.live will be in Napoleon, Ohio this week. So be sure to check that out. And then let's see what cash pick games we have up for you fans here. Let's see here. Full pull. There it is. Boom, boom. I think Robbie Lemke's coming on the No Practice podcast this week. Yes, Gerald, I'll see you in Washington. Be sure to say hi to me. That'd be awesome. I'll be in the Eco Tuning trailer running Outlaw TV. So for those of you that want to make some cash picks, Coldwater, Michigan, August 7th, and then modifieds from Hillsboro this weekend. Looks like session 1 is up. What else do we have up? Full pull. Mini rods, Pro Stocks, and Diesel Supers from Napoleon, Ohio. Get on there and check it out. See what you can do. And then let me check my text messages here quick. I can tell you what we're going to do for the Outlaw polls this week. I just got that texted to me. Weeping Water, Nebraska Thursday, DeLeon, Texas, and West Point Friday, and then Saturday will be DeLeon, Texas as well. So you'll be running the blade on the track. Awesome, Gerald. Awesome. I'm pretty excited about Washington, Missouri. I've heard that's a big fair. I think we have ITPA on one track and then Outlaws on the other track. Let me check the app quick. I can tell you what classes are down there for the Outlaws. Events. You guys, if you don't have this Outlaw app yet, it's legit. It's got everything you need to know on it. It's free. It's a full pull app. Washington, Missouri, Friday night. We have 2-wheel drives, mods, Pro Stocks, and it must be Pro Stock semis. Both nights, looks like. Yeah. And then Doug Meisinger drove my tractor, the Remedy, Friday night in Gibbon, Nebraska, and got the win. And then my dad drove it Saturday night in Rockwell and got 7th. So, yeah, no, we're taking the weekend off to save it for State Fair and Wizner. That's what we got to, Gerald, get a hold of that. But otherwise, next year we'll run around a little bit more is what I'm thinking. But hard to keep that thing going all the time. So it's not like the 4-1, that's for sure. But it's fun. So that's all I got tonight. Thanks for joining us. Had a great crowd watching tonight. Mondays are busy. It's challenging. I hope the weather is good where you are. It's supposed to get a little nicer here in Wisconsin. And again, shout out to the state trooper in Iowa that gave me a ticket for looking at my phone while I drove my Tesla in Mason City. $106. It is. He said, "Sir, did you know it's illegal to use your mobile device when driving your car?" I said, "No, I had no idea." So I'm going to play a couple of videos of the polls we're promoting. Here's our merch, guys. Head over to shopangryduck.com. Shopangryduck.com. Click on Beer Money Pulling Team, and you can pretty much hats, T-shirts, hoodies, whatever you want, tank tops. Some other events that we're promoting that are coming up. Saturday, August 24th, the Highland Nationals in Highland, Wisconsin. Of course, we talked to Wizner in Nebraska tonight. Lexington, Alabama is coming up August 9th and 10th. If you're a promoter and you have a poll coming up and you want us to talk about it, we have some promotional packages put together for you. Just get a hold of us. Saturday, September 14th, Dragway 42, West Salem, Ohio. Pinckneyville, Illinois, Thursday, August 15th. Friday, August 16th, and Saturday, August 17th. Berrien County Youth Fair in Berrien Springs, Michigan, coming up this Sunday, Monday. We had them earlier on the show. And then is it Cumming County Fair, West Point, Nebraska? 2 nights of pulling. They have Heartland Division Thursday, and then they have the Big Outlaw Show on Friday night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Play a couple of promo videos that Chandler made, and then I'm going to go to bed. So here is the Wizner video. And then here's our Lexington, Alabama video. Thanks for watching tonight. We appreciate you, all of you, every Monday night. Let's go polling. Take care. Talk to you soon.
Experience the thrill of the Lexington Truck and Tractor Pull. August 9th and 10th at 6:30 p.m. Proceeds benefit the Lexington Volunteer Fire Department. Mark your calendars and join the excitement at Lexington Motorsports Park. August 9th and 10th at 6:30 p.m. for the Lexington Truck and Tractor Pull. You don't want to miss it.
Let's make some noise. Good running. John Deere, Animal Deep Iowa coming up. We got one right behind you.